Hi there, this is Rebecca, and this week's video is about positive self-talk. We talked about this a little bit last week, but I wanted to just give you one more kind of dose of how positive self-talk can help and how you can use it to kind of build yourself up. So we'll have a story today, like usual, um, but just a little bit first about positive self-talk. So by definition, positive self talk is something that makes you feel good about yourself and the things that are going on in your life. So it really helps you feel good about you. It's like having a positive voice, where they use the word optimistic, in your head that looks on the bright side of things. So looking for the good in things, for the good in yourself, for the good in the world around you, for sure. I found this image and I'll show it to you again at the end, but I really like it as an idea of positive self talk, the little kitten looking in the mirror and feeling like a lion. Positive self talk can be used just to talk yourself up and make yourself feel better and like, yeah, I got this. Last week we talked about some words you could use to build yourself up. So, this is what positive self talk is about. Now, lots of people use positive self talk. Athletes use positive self talk all the time, but so do people like politicians before they have to get on stage and give a speech, or even just average people before they go to work for the day, sometimes have to talk themselves up and motivate themselves to get going. What do you think Steph Curry might think to himself or say to himself as he stands on the free throw line about to take a shot? Think about the different things he could be saying in his head. He might use the one that we've been using, the you got this, excuse me, the you got this, where he's building himself up. He knows he can make a free throw, but he probably still talks himself up. Everyone's watching him. It could be a really important point for the game. So he talks to himself. Think about a couple things he might say. We can do the same thing for other athletes. Megan Rapinoe, before she takes a penalty kick in a soccer game. Again, center stage, everybody's watching. She knows how to score a goal, but what might she say to herself to get herself prepared? Now, use the example of athletes because it's an easy kind of connection to make between positive self talk. If you're out on the soccer field and you don't think that you can do it, or you don't think that you can score a goal, you're probably not going to do very well. But a lot of us are able to walk out onto the sports field and be like, yeah, I can score goals. I got this. But it's not just when you're playing sports. When else can you use positive self talk? Hopefully, a couple times just pop into your head in your own life that positive self talk works. But, like, if you have to give a speech, a lot of people don't like giving speeches and really have to talk themselves up first. Before a sports game, of course. Before a test in class. Before a class presentation, similar to giving a speech, sometimes you have to talk yourself up for those too. During a hard assignment. And I like this one because we're at home doing work right now, and sometimes the work is hard, or you're thinking about other things, or you're missing your friends or school. You can use positive self talk when you're stuck on an assignment of like, okay, I can do this, I can figure this out, or I know how to get help if I need it. Positive self talk works then too. In the morning before Zoom, I know for some of us, getting on Zoom in the morning can be a little bit of a challenge. And so sometimes you need to talk yourself up for that too. Even as a grown up getting on Zoom, sometimes I have to remind myself that I got this. I can go through my Zoom meetings, I can get through my day. Just talking to yourself and looking on that positive side of things. So the real answer to when can you use positive self-talk really is just anytime. But anytime you face anything challenging is a wonderful time to learn positive self talk. Because when you face something challenging, you kind of have the choice to give up or to keep pushing forward. And the positive self talk will help you keep pushing forward. So I have a story for you today that is simply about just believing in yourself. And it's a really cute story. So let's see what it says. It's called I Believe I Can. I can sail like mighty ships. Like the oceans, I run deep. I can stretch just like the Alps until I reach my highest peak. I can charge just like a train, like a rocket, I'll ignite. Like a star, I can project my brightest shine against the night. I am like the lion's roar. I am like a dragon's flames. I am worthy because I'm me, and there is value to my name. I can build just like a brick. I keep going like a clock. I can hold just like cement. I can last just like a rock. Grounded firm, I'm like the soil. Like the sky, I'm boundless too. When I believe in myself, there's simply nothing I can't do. I'm going to read that one more time because I really like that line. When I believe in myself, there's simply nothing I can't do. Such a great growth mindset statement. Like the hero, I am brave and face my fears despite my fright, because I know I'm not alone, and in the end, I'll be all right. Sometimes I am right, and sometimes I am wrong. But even when I make mistakes, I learn from them to make me strong. It's another growth mindset thought. I may not win at all I do. I may experience defeat. But I'll dust off and try again to be the best that I can be. I know my power lies within. There's nothing that can hold me down. There is light within my smile. There is voice within my sound. My presence matters in this world. My life is worthy. I know I can do anything. If only I believe I can. So I really like that story because it just does a lot of that positive self-talk, a lot of believe in yourself, and a lot of growth mindset. These kind of go together. If you can learn to talk positively about situations and to see the bright side of situations or where a situation can go, it's really a growth mindset. So I'm going to leave you today with some simple steps to become a positive self-talker. If this is something that's challenging for you, obviously when you talk and you have negative thoughts, you want to try to switch them to positive, but sometimes that's not as easy to do as it sounds. So if you're having trouble being a positive self-talker, here's a few steps for you. Pick a go-to self-talk statement. So pick something that you can repeat to yourself, like I got this, or I can do anything, or even the title of our story, I believe I can. Pick one statement that you'll say to yourself when you're faced with a challenge or one of those situations we talked about before. So think for a minute about your go-to self-talk statement, and then we'll go on to step 2. All right, keep thinking about that. If you don't have your statement yet, it's okay. You can pick it at the end when we're done. Once you have your statement, your number 2 is to practice saying your self-talk statement often. And I added this too, that you can even say it in silly voices. Sometimes when you're practicing it for the first time, it can be like, if your statement is, you got this, you can do it in like a big, scary, like, you got this kind of voice. Or you can do it in a little silly, like, haha, you got this kind of voice. But have some fun with it. Make your self talk statement one that you can repeat over and over again and that you enjoy hearing and saying. So that's your number 2. First, you have to think your statement. 2 is to practice. 3 is the next time that you have a negative self-thought, replace it with your self-talk statement. This is the big piece. I'm working on a hard assignment, and I start to think in my head, like, this is too hard, I can't do it. I have to replace that thought and say, no, that's a negative self-talk. I'm going to replace it with my, you got this, you got this, you got this. So the next time you have that negative thought, replace it. either in your head or you can even say it out loud. So that's step 3, right? Come up with your statement. Make sure that you say it lots of times over and over again. The next time you have a negative thought, replace it with your self talk. You ready for number 4? Practice it. Number 5, practice it. Number 6, keep practicing it. Positive self talk takes a lot of practice. When you look in the mirror and you talk to yourself, it's not all going to happen at once. Practice, practice, practice. The more you do it, like anything else, the easier it's going to become and the more of a habit it's going to become. And if your habit is to talk positively to yourself, then that's what you'll do most of the time. So I'm going to leave you with that. Take some time today, think about your positive self talk statement, your go to statement, and start to replace it with some of those other thoughts that you have that aren't helping you move forward or helping you persevere. Try to replace them with your positive self talk statement. And make sure you try it in some silly voices, because that's just fun. All right, that's it for today. I hope you all are doing really well. I sure miss seeing you at school, and I can't wait till we get back to it. In the meantime, I hope you're enjoying the videos, and I will see you for a new video next week. Bye for now.